Hello, and welcome to this intro video lecture for English 2500 World Literature. My name is John Conway, and I'll be your facilitator for this accelerated 5.5 week term. So I thought I'd give you guys a brief 5 to 10 minute lecture that covers who I am, what my expectations are, as well as what to expect in this course. It gives you a chance to see me and hear my voice at least once in this virtual place, and a good way to just kind of communicate some of the basics of the course. So let me go ahead and get started. This is just 5-10 minutes of your time, so hang in there while I kind of cover some of this material. But just so you all know, I've been teaching on ground for 20 years and online for over 10. Most of those years have been with the Art Institute. So I'm very familiar with what we do and all of you as a student body. And I have a PhD in English literature, and I have an MFA in creative writing. And so I do a lot of creative work myself, as well as a lot of research. So I really enjoy talking with creative design professionals from a variety of different fields. My wife's a photographer, so we talk a lot about this kind of stuff, and I really enjoy seeing what people are doing, what my students are doing in their various fields. And so if you want to share your work on the intro thread for the class, I would love to check out what you're doing, no matter what, because that's fun to see what everyone's up to. So I work here in South Carolina. I have a wife and 4 kids. My oldest is almost 12, and my youngest is 2. So we have a widespread of kids, and a lot of fun. Been working in education, like I said, for over 20 years. I've also on the front end of an education technology company startup as well, so that's pretty exciting. All right, so as far as this course is concerned, it's a world literature course. Many students like yourselves who are going into specialized fields sometimes scratch their heads trying to figure out, why do I have to take all these gen ed courses? What's the deal with that? Let me get straight to my major, etc. I actually was the same way, so this is fairly normal. The general education requirements are meant to broaden ourselves and to deepen our understanding of what we do in our specific professions by giving us a good knowledge of things like philosophy and history and how to think well, although on the surface not directly related, gives us more context and more information and more learning, more material to fill our heads with, to let sit so that we can create cool things. So, and world literature really, I think, is a lot of fun because you get to read some really neat stuff. And maybe you know this, but when we read great literature, it inspires us. Again, it fills our minds with the best thought available. And how can that hurt, right? Even though it may not directly help you create, indirectly and kind of by context, it does. And that's why we study literature. So it also, in the study of literature, we learn to read well, to write well, and to communicate what we think through writing, and that's mainly what we'll spend a lot of time doing together. So it's an accelerated term. You all probably already know that and know what you're signed up for. I try to be as flexible as possible with deadlines. I also was a student who had a family and was working full time, And commuting, I commuted down to the University of South Carolina to work on my PhD. That was a 2-hour commute. I did it once a week. It was so hard. I wish I could make this easier, but it isn't. Especially if you're juggling work and family and school, it's hard. So, although I have high standards, I try to be flexible. But that also means you have to communicate with me. So, if you do expect to turn an assignment in late, please let me know beforehand, and I'll try to work with you. The worst thing you can do is disappear for 3 or 4 weeks and then kind of pop in at the end of the term and ask to turn in all the work late. That's not going to do you any favors. The class moves quickly, and there's just a lot going on. So, you want to stay up with the work, but know that I will, be there for you to help when things get kind of hectic on your end. Just stay in touch with me via email. I'm also available to talk to you via Skype or on the phone if you want. I know a lot of students are too busy to do that, and that's fine too. It's up to you and not required. So what to do from here? From the left side, the way the course is designed, you start at the top of the left-hand sidebar, and you kind of just work your way down. Obviously, the syllabus is important. You can take a look at the readings and assignments section, which will give you an idea of how much reading you'll be doing every week. Then you can go ahead and just get started on week 1. Mainly, the way the course is designed is you'll have a discussion thread where you work through some of the things that you read that particular week, and then you'll do a writing assignment that you'll send to me. So there's online content that you have to read through. There are pieces of literature that you'll read through, a discussion thread, and then a writing assignment. And that is the weekly template for each week. So just start working your way down. Like I said, there's also this week an extra discussion thread, which is for your introductions. That helps me get to know you and who you are. And like I said, I love reading about your work and what you're doing creatively. And if you have links to what you're doing, I love to check that out. That's just something fun for me because I like to talk about creative work and how we create cool, beautiful things. So that'd be great if you can, if you feel like it. And that's about it for today. I'll look forward to working with all of you. Again, I'm available via email, phone, and Skype, and would look forward to working with you all in class. So thanks a lot, and see you in class.